So let me first of all introduce our team. I'm here together with my colleague Jason. Jason is Adobe Senior Solution Specialist here at Adobe, and we are working hand in hand, helping customers in Malaysia to understand how to basically control and manage your document services and basically workflows. And myself, my name is Agatha, and it's my pleasure to work with Avantec and your organizations to guide you, as I said, basically step by step. And we will be very happy to take all of your questions after the session and also in the tailored sessions later when you will be speaking to your Avantec representative as well. Okay, so let me start first of all to guide you through basically documents and life cycle. You can take a comfortable seat, a sip of your cup of tea or coffee, and while together with Jason, we will guide you through basically how it is possible to make it more secure, legally binding, and as well, much more efficient as well. So we have basically a set of solutions which is called Adobe Document Cloud, which will help you to capture. For example, you have maybe a document in the hard copy and you would like to digitize it. So for this one, Adobe comes with Adobe Scan, which is a free of charge app, both on Android and iOS devices. Then we can create the saved document using PDF because Adobe invented PDF. PDF stands for Portable Document Format. Then you might have scenarios that you would like to reuse it. So basically you have maybe a set of documents and you just need maybe from existing PDFs one or two slides or documents and then to add it to the new set of documents. So here we can also help you with Adobe Acrobat and the set of solutions of Adobe Document Cloud. Then you would like to go through the collaboration mode. So basically internally or externally, you would like to ask participants for their feedback, maybe comment, before you will be sending it to signing or accepting or approval. So before that, you have opportunity doing it all in Adobe Acrobat DC. And then the last step is to deliver. So this part will be very thoroughly covered by my colleague Jason to explain basically how it can be done by Adobe Sign, or the new branding is also Adobe Acrobat Sign. And last but not least, the last option is you can check always and view what is happening with your document, what is happening in your document life cycle. And then you can basically send a reminder, you can advance further. So nothing is lost. So when I go into this set of solutions, and here I'm sharing with you a very comprehensive slide stating now these solutions which I mentioned. So from right to left, from the top here, you can see Adobe Scan. So for example, you have a mobile device and you have a document which you would like to digitize. So here we are helping you with Adobe Scan. Then we will transfer it to Adobe Acrobat into PDF. And this is a very powerful solution because all of the changes, improvements, comments, collaborations across devices. So if it's working on web, desktop, or mobile for enterprise solutions, you can use it basically everywhere. And of course, connect it into your entire enterprise ecosystem. So the advantage is that we leverage on liquid mode, that wherever your internal or external user will be reviewing a set of the documents, the document is adjusting to the size of the screen, to the size basically of the device. So this is basically leveraging of working basically in the new hybrid mode, working every time, everywhere. When I go a little bit more in details into the digital document lifecycle, so here I'm sharing basically step by step the steps. So this is all covered by Adobe Acrobat. First of all, creation. So you're using your favorite productivity apps, you just name it. There might be paper documents, there will be some existing documents in different formats. You can have also fillable forms, and this all is sitting on your favorite enterprise systems. And I will also share more in details with which all technology Adobe Acrobat is also integrating, and also Adobe Sign because it's basically part of Adobe Document Cloud. So once these documents are already created, so you would like maybe as a contract administrator, maybe a legal department, finance department, sales departments. So documents are everywhere to collaborate and share it. So you can do it in the ad hoc mode, so without any certain structures. You can share it, ask for comment and review, combine pages. So for example, that you don't need to attach a lot of documents, but you can have it nicely combined into one, and then everybody knows that this is this set documents that someone should be reviewing, right? And then commenting. We can also help you with a structured way of working when you have already the fixed routing, maybe like in the supply chain, in the procurement department, that let's say a certain amount is to approved by a certain number of managers, and another set of documents with a certain another amount should be going to another set of managers. So we can also introduce the conditional logic and basically any workflows that you will need. So that's why today is a more a general session, and together with Jason and Avantec, we would like to already highlight that we would be guiding you through your customized experience, because every organization is unique, and sometimes also departments are very unique. And then last but not least, this is the step of execution, when we help you to acknowledge something. So the document after the collaboration phase, after exchanging phase, commenting phase is already ready. So you would like to ask someone for acknowledgement or approval, or just signing, right? And you would like to do it very effectively. You would like to know where is your document, avoiding any delays. So improve your return on investment, of course, and based on the security. So not using any third-party couriers or drivers, or basically not exposing this document anywhere, but it will be very securely signed and then stored in your choice of the repository system. And here my colleague Jason will be spending some more time. Additionally, of course, we will be happy to explain more, where this can be integrated into your system of records, into your document management systems, and how do you leverage also on this top security of document cloud on your enterprise systems. So now I'm switching gears and landing actually already on Adobe Acrobat DC, and I'm sharing with you the 6 most common use cases. However, I would like to say that there are more than 40. But today I just only selected some of the most used cases, and we will be very happy to help you in the tailored demonstration together with Avantec team. So first of all is creation. Imagine the scenario that you have maybe like 2 Word documents, maybe 1 Excel file and 1 PowerPoint file, and this is all one maybe tender document, or maybe one document which is agreement. So you can basically combine all of them with one simple click and combine it. Before, let's say, combine it, you can still reshuffle the pages, which page should be like cover, then which one should be the back, and what should be all basically in between, right? So this can be done instead of attaching many documents into the email communication. Further, Adobe Acrobat has this powerful function to digitize and archive all of your documents in few moments. So I'm sure each and every single organization has a lot of documents, so this is very, very important functionality. Further, we can help you also to compare two PDF documents when we can highlight the differences in content just in the few moments. Then we help you in collaboration, as I mentioned. So these all, before the document is ready, is happening in Adobe Acrobat DC. So you can collaborate at the same time in the secure manner with the multiple stakeholders, also on multiple devices. And of course, we are coming here with the federated ID, with the enterprise ID, which will be combined into your enterprise solutions. We can help you to create and distribute, retrieve basically the forms and the form field data. So just in a few moments. And last but not least, very important functionality of Adobe Acrobat DC, it is all about security of your documents. You secure your data, you secure your network without sacrificing on flexibility. So these are the most important 6 use cases when you use basically your documents and helping basically with Adobe Acrobat DC. Let me highlight maybe some more important points about Adobe Acrobat. So first of all, collaboration that you can see on the picture. Well, this is the picture, basic corporate picture taken before COVID. Now COVID changed our lives. So to collaborate and track, we can easily share the PDFs and we can know when they were reviewed, viewed, and signed and track in progress. The reviewing is becoming easier and faster, and we are also helping you with the productivity on the go. So that means, when you have the enterprise ID, federated ID, everything can be combined nicely within your network. So basically, editing, creating, exporting, organizing, combining files right from your portable device is also possible within your organization enterprise secure ecosystem. When we are talking about the numbers, so we are very proud to share with you that PDF, Adobe PDF, is the first business file format used because it is very secure. So we got some data. So there are more than 250 billion PDFs opened in Adobe products last year. So which is very dynamic, and you can leverage on this success. Another important data, it's 40% of all documents are basically PDFs. So this is number one business file format. When we go down there through the pictures on the bottom of my slide, you can see Acrobat can be used everywhere, wherever, let's say, it is about creating content, working with the documents, also working on PDF, mobile, web services, and then here we are talking about embedded document services. So you have a file, and for example, some of the certain content, let's say data, you would like to redact. This use case I did not touch, but this is one of the 40 plus Adobe Acrobat use cases that you can leverage on. So not using any markers and scanning and back and forth, but this one will be redacted and secured that nobody will be actually able to touch on this data. So in the day-to-day business, basically operations, employees, we all struggle with a lot of PDF tasks. And Adobe Acrobat can help you basically with that, like updating PDF documents, copy-pasting from other document, making edits, and then resaving, recycling in new document. We can help you with combining and organizing the files into one single PDF to make it live, and then you have nicely, the format is consistent, and then we can retrieve the information from the PDF scans. So we can also leverage on the OCR, which is optical character recognition. So this will be very easy for you to search using keywords. And then basically, when you are printing and scanning documents, we can help you with PDF forms as well. So yeah, so I focus mainly on this changing, recycling, commenting, collaborating, right? So this is Adobe Desktop and mobile apps. On the first pillar, Adobe Acrobat and Adobe Scan. The next one will be Adobe Sign, the new branding just recently, Adobe Acrobat Sign will be covered thoroughly by my colleague Jason. And what I would like to touch, the integration and ecosystem. So we are very proud that there are more than 150 already ready integrations, and I will be touching a little bit in the next slide. And further, the two icons here on the slide are talking about more automized workflows in the large quantity of documents. So here, Adobe PDF services, document services are coming basically the help with APIs and services. And this part we would like to cover in the tailored demonstrations, including our Adobe solution consultant. So we can help you with that. Okay, all right. So now I was talking about the integrations. And you can see that how important for us is to bring to you the best experience. So Adobe Acrobat and Adobe Sign, both, this is Adobe Document Cloud, they are coming and with the basically predefined integration. So you can see different logos. So for example, Microsoft, Workday, Oracle, and Google, so G Suite, end-to-end also integrations, and many others. So for the specific, let's say, homegrown systems, we are also able to support you with the open APIs. And our advantage of Adobe Document Cloud is that there is no extra cost. So basically, we provide it to you, and then there might be some additional coding required, but then everything will be sitting on your favorite enterprise apps. So if you have the web side of your entity, it can be integrated. If you have the application and app, it can be integrated. So end to end, making sure that the environment is more secure, manageable, and digitized as well. So I would like also to share these two slides, and then more, Jason, you will help us to cover. But just to, I understand that many of you are already G Suite users. So we are very happy to share that Adobe, of course, is integrating across G Suite. Just to show you this screenshot here. And another one, you know how easy it is to integrate with Adobe solutions using also your G Suite solutions. So all in all, basically, we as Adobe, together with Avantech, we help you to keep your business, to keep your interactions across departments, inside and outside, fully integrated. So you can think, where is the biggest, let's say, need? Is it in HR department? Is it in secretarial department? Is it in administrative department? Is it in IT or maybe in legal? Or you still, let's say, have developed basically the new policy of remote work or sales and marketing. So these are just few examples. We have a set of use cases also for government, and but of course each and every single government entity has its own also use cases. So that's why it will be tailored, made to your request. And just to summarize, because Adobe Document Cloud has a lot of solutions. So the first party applications are Adobe Acrobat DC, which I spent more time and explained the 6 use cases. Then we have Adobe Acrobat Reader, which is a free of charge app, especially for, let's say, maybe the other party to be at ease to view it. Adobe Acrobat, Adobe Sign. So this is the one for execution portion, will be just covered in a few moments. And then also on mobile. So basically across screens, so to say, web, desktop, and mobile. And then we offer you the set of PDF services that will help you to view, to create, to combine, and compress. Thanks to Adobe Acrobat PC functionality, you can share and review. You will be also using signing and scanning and leveraging on optical character recognition. So search using your keywords, editing, organizing, and most important, protecting your documents, and as you saw in one of the slides, redacting. So not using any marker and just putting it like this, but in a very professional way that nobody can access this content anymore. So all in all, Adobe is integrating with the third-party apps and delivering a better experience end-to-end. With that, I would like to say thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for having me. And I will now stop sharing my screen and hand over slowly to you, Jason.
All right. So hope that this is a good sharing. And what I'll do now is I would do a quick demo and to show you how easy it is to send the documents for signature. All right. So I'm going to stop my sharing and share with you my screen. All right. Okay. So it's loading up. Yeah, so I'm going to do a quick demo in terms of how to show you how easy it is to send a document for signatures, and also illustrate the three I's that we're looking at earlier on. All right, so you can see this is a I've logged into the Adobe Sign portal itself, where you can actually use this portal to send documents for signature itself. All right, and really is about it's a web portal, right? So the key thing you notice that I don't need to install any software onto my laptop. All right, it's a cloud software as a service. So which means that your staff or your users, right? Anybody who wants to send documents can do it easily because everybody will have access to the web browser. All right, so you don't need to install anything onto your laptop itself. All right, so just to orientate you when you're logged in, right? You can see now currently I'm logged in as administrator, and you can actually do a lot of things with Adobe Sign. So there are some quick links below. So you can actually, if you want to sign documents quickly, right, you can fill and sign a document without invoking the whole signing process quickly just to sign it. You also can publish a web form. A web form is actually a web application form to say, all right, whereby you can actually put a form onto the web. Then anybody, your HR employees or for HR processes, employees, for example, if you want to request for any facilities, for example, they can go to this platform and they can submit a request and they can submit it, and then the following people will be notified, and they also can approve the request as well. And you also can send in bulk, all right, if you want to. You can send in bulk to a lot of recipients out there. Like for example, any policy changes, you can actually send in bulk as well. You can create a reusable template, all right, where you can reuse the template over and over again without going through setting up the fields as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send a quick document out for signature to illustrate how easy it is to send out a document. All right. So you can see from here, when you send out documents for signatures, there are a few things you need to do. One is to set up the recipient. All right. So you need to identify who are the person. So I have a few persons that I can set up. I can John. I also have a Michael to sign a document. All right. So you can see that it's actually a sequence order. All right. Because when you have your signing process in mind, there could be a sequence of order. So there's a 1 and 2. So John will sign first before Mike will sign. All right, but in some cases, you might not have a sequence. All right, you might have one do a parallel. Let's say, for example, I have this person now, but I want to do a parallel signing. All right, so for example, here is after John has signed, when it comes to number 2 and Kelvin Wong or M Do, both of them can sign at any point in time. There's no sequence. All right, but all of them need to sign before it moves on to the number 3. All right, so it really depends on your use case. All right, and it can be able to be configured to meet your use case itself. And some organization, you might also choose to add a recipient group. And recipient groups is important because of the way that sometimes, for example, let's say you have a legal team, all right, and legal could be there are a few legal associates, like legal 1, then we have legal 2, or even legal 3 itself. So we have various legal associates within a legal team. And what it means that I've set up is any party within the legal team, number 3, will just need to sign or approve the document. In this case, it's signed document. So one person signed, you move on to number 4. All right, so it's really different from number 2. Number 2 is both need to sign, and there's no sequence. And whereas number 3 is only one party needs to sign. So again, you can see how easy it is to be configured to meet your use case. All right. So what I'm doing is I have 2. And over here, right, as I mentioned about the various roles, right? So it could be a signer, approval, and acceptor, a civil recipient, or form filler, or delegator. So it's really, again, configurable to your process itself. All right. And there are various ways of authenticating a person. All right, I mentioned email is the most fundamental way. You can also use password. So when you choose password, you can put in the password. But then you need to communicate the password. You can provide a hint to the person using this small little private message to hint to the person that, hey, your password is date of birth or last 4 digits of your ID, things like that. So you can provide a hint. Also can use to provide a phone number itself. All right. So once the person receives this invitation to sign documents through the email, he'll be challenged with the password. All right. So I'm putting my number and I'll show you the experience of getting the document signed and challenged using the password itself. All right. And over here itself, right, there are also options for you to password protect the document. And password protect is important because especially you're signing a HR letter, salary letter, and you wanted the document to be password protected after the signing has been completed. So anybody who opens up the PDF would need to be challenged with the password. And you also can put a completion deadline. All right. Like for example, you have a deadline for this signing process. You can put it like 14 days, number of days you want. And what it means is that once the deadline has been lapsed, the signing process will be cancelled. Right. User can set a reminder, be it every day, every hour, every week, every business day, or every other day that you have, to remind the person next in line to sign the document. All right. And once you're done, you also can put in some message, a generic message for the whole signing process itself, or a private message over here itself. All right, so you can choose to do that, and then subsequently you need to add the files. So you can add a file from a computer, from a template that you have created, so that you don't have to set the fields again. Or you also can use any cloud storage like Google Drive, for example, like Agatha has shown. We connect to Google Drive. You also can, connect to the Google Drive and retrieve the documents from it itself. All right. So now I'm going to choose a documents for my machine. I'm going to create a upload a NDA itself. All right. So you can see that I can upload, be it Word document, be it a PDF, images, or PowerPoint itself, or even Excel. I can actually use it to upload and send out for signature. All right. So once I'm done, and the next step is really to set up the fields. All right. And because I'm actually creating a document from scratch, all right, it's a brand new document. But of course, once you create the document, you can just save it as a template, and you can reuse the template without setting up the fields again. All right. And if you look at here, right, let me orientate it with you. So you can see that there are a few signers here. John is here and Mike, and everyone is actually color coded. And later on, when I put in the fields, right, it's linked to the person itself. It will indicate who is the fields meant for. All right. And of course, I'm Jason. I'm the previewer. All right. I also have a role to play where I can preview the form itself before signing up for signatures. And I'm going to assign to me. And you can see over here, right, we have built in certain machine learning, AI, artificial intelligence capability inside. And you will click from here, right? You will basically detect that these are the potential fields that you need for to be completed. All right. So you identify there are 3 text fields that I need to complete. So I just make it mandatory. Okay, you can choose to make it mandatory as well. So there are various options for you to do that. So you can make it mandatory, or you can even mask the field if you want to. And over here, right, itself, you can see over here, there are types of various fields, right? Be it the signature fields over here. So now we have the signature fields over here. So you can assign the signature fields. You can just do it and drag and drop over here if you want to. All right. Then you also can put in, the signer information. Like you can put in the name, and then the date itself. All right, you can do a drag and drop. But let's say, for example, if I wanted to rely on the machine learning capability, I just click here, and then you automatically detect for me as well. So there's no, it's actually very easy. You can drag and drop yourself, or you can rely on the machine learning capability over here to automatically detect the fields. All right. So it saves you the trouble of doing it. But of course, you need to verify. You'll try as much as possible to understand the fields, but of course you need to make sure that these are being accurate. Is right. So you need to verify that they're accurate itself. So once they're done, you can choose to. There are also other fields that you can put in, like for example, like text input drop down. You can also choose to put a drop down. When you talk about application form, you can do a drop down where you can put the multiple values here for the person to select in a part of the application form. You also can put a checkbox, all right, again against the application form, or even a radio button itself, all right, that you can do it. So you can put a various radio button over here that you can put it, right? And so what I'm doing is I'll make it simple, and I'll now send it for signatures. All right, so I click send. Ask me whether have I reviewed the documents. I have. So now the first step is, Jason and myself, because I'm pre-filler, because I'm setting an NDA, right, between 2 parties, between our own internal party and also the customer itself. All right. So because I'm a pre-filler, I've put in I can actually put in the dates. I can have to preview the information first. All right. So this would be 26th of April, 2022. Then I can also put in the party receiving, which is a ABC company, and then 123 C Avenue. All right, something like that. Right. So once we're done, then the party would be assessing the document to sign. So you can see that it's been sent to John, and then subsequently for Mike for his signatures. So now I'll log in as John here. So I'll go to his Gmail itself, and you can see that John will receive a email, all right, to sign documents. All right. So I click review and sign. And earlier on, I put in a one-time password PIN itself. So you can say that, because I put in a secured verification, then you ask me whether do I want to do it a voice call or via a text message. So if I do a voice call, and my phone will ring. Let me just give me a minute. My phone will ring in a minute. Yep.
In our phone verification system, your code is 4343. Once again, your code is 43.
All right, so you put in your PIN, all right, because you want to be more secure, and you can see that the person signing documents, right, again, doesn't need any software, all right, doesn't need a license at all. You just need access to email, and of course, you are being challenged with the PIN. You need your phone with you, so you can key in the PIN. And you see that being a signer, I cannot edit the documents, all right, because I mentioned about integrity. So the document itself cannot be edited at all. All right, I upload as a Word document, but you can see now I cannot edit. I can only touch on the fields that I'm supposed to, add on the fields I'm supposed to. So I can click to sign. Because I signed so many times, right, you actually capture my signature. So there are a few ways to sign. You can actually type your name, all right? You can draw, using your mouse. you can upload an image of a nicely captured signature of your signature, image of a signature, or you can use a mobile phone to draw your signature, because Adobe is about trying to provide a seamless experience, a very personalized experience. Because sometimes when your signers want to sign a document, right, of course you can use your mouse, all right, but they might not have a touch screen. Right? Using a mouse sometimes might be a bit tricky to sign. So they actually can use a mobile phone, because mobile phone you have a smartphone, and smartphone are touch screen, so you can do that. So what I'm going to show you is I'm going to show you how I use my mobile phone to sign. So I can send a text link to my mobile phone. So this is my mobile phone, and my mobile phone will receive a link itself. All right. So you can see the link is here. So you can see from the screen, you can see my mobile phone, and touch on it. So my mobile phone was transformed to a signing pad. All right. So let me see to send a new link. Okay, there's some error. Let me try again. Okay, let me share my screen. So you can see that this screen is telling me to rotate my phone, right? So I rotate my phone, it becomes a landscape. Let me just share with you my screen, and it becomes like signing. So I'm using my finger to sign on the phone. All right, done. And once it's done using a mobile phone, the signature will be transformed back to your browser. All right, and this really allows your customers or anybody to sign it nicely, all right, using a mobile phone itself. All right, once it's done, you click to sign, and you're all done. All right, so the first signing is done, all right, with the signing process. And back again, being a sender, all right, so now I'm looking at the sender perspective. So sender has a bird's eye view of the whole signing process. So you can see from here, I can see that John has signed. All right, and now it's pending Mike Doe for signature. All right, so here you have a bird's eye view. You also can send a reminder if you want to. All right, to remind Mike Doe, can you please sign quickly? Or you also can choose to replace Mike Doe or add another alternate recipient. All right, because sometimes like Mike Doe, for example, is on medical leave or on vacation, not reachable, no access to mobile phone or emails at all. You can actually replace the recipient or add an alternate recipient. So it gives you the power, the control to control the whole signing process. So the signing process doesn't stop, all right? Not just because the person is not available, but you can actually add another person as well. Or, so it gives you the power to control your whole signing process, all right? So now I'm going to log on onto Mike Doe. Again, I'm using his Gmail. And Mike Doe doesn't have a, I didn't put any special authentication. Okay, yeah, login. Okay, I need to sign out again. Let me sign out. Again, let me click on here again. Yep. So you see this is Mike, and Mike signing document. I can click here again. Mike Doe has signed so many times. I can just click and sign. All right, done. Okay, so all parties have signed the document, and what I've done is I also configured everyone to receive the document itself. And let me open up the agreement. Let me download the agreement, and I'll share with you how it is. And earlier I mentioned about the few I's, right? We talk about the identification, the first I. The second is the integrity. So you can see that the integrity of the document during the sign process is preserved because I cannot edit the document. At the same time, the document, once been signed, is sealed with a certificate here. And if I try to edit the documents, right, it tells me that the document has been signed, I cannot be edited. So it preserves the integrity of the document to make it legal binding. And as you can see from here, the signatures have been captured. And if you click on the signature, it further brings you to a verification page, right, to verify that the transaction is valid, to give you the assurance that these signatures are valid itself. All right. And the last thing is the audit report. This captures the intention of the signing. All right. So you can see that the whole signing process from the time the document is created, emailed, viewed by John, and John verifies identity using the phone number, which is the last 4 digits captured here. And that's subsequently signed by John. You can see that the date timestamp, IP address, and also signature captured on my mobile phone or being captured here as well. Then subsequently the process by might also be captured. So you can see that the whole intention, is captured in the audit trail itself, which makes it legally binding with the 3 I's: the intent, integrity, as well as the identification. All right, and this gives you the comfort that it's the signing after the document has been signed. This would be valid in the court of law itself. All right, and with that, I hope this short demo is fruitful, is useful for you to look at how easy it is to sign a document. But of course, we can do a more tailored demo. Once you have the use cases, we can do a more tailored demo based on your use case. And hope this is useful. And with that, I'll hand back to the MC. Thank you.